Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs. It is January 20th, 2022. I have recently had multiple people in my life tell me that I need to step in front of the camera and start talking with y'all. So I guess that means I'm gonna podcast. I don't know yet if this will be every week, every other week. We'll figure that one out together. So, with that being said, welcome to episode 1. This is where I get to share all the yarny goodness in my life with y'all. So, I live in North Louisiana. It is actually cold today. It is just under 40 degrees outside, which says nothing about the winter that we've had, because yesterday was 70 degrees. We had a cold front move in overnight. This is not exactly, wear all the winter clothing kind of place. So you're going to see a lot of socks from me. I live here with my husband, Wes, our 2 kitty cats. Our oldest is Smudge. He is 8 years old. Luna is 6. And our newest addition is a puppy named Pepper Ann, and she is 10 months old. You will not see an appearance from her today because I had the forethought to send her to daycare. We have a very wonderful group of people here that run a daycare slash boarding hotel spa for pups, and we send her every so often so that she can socialize with other dogs and other people and stay the sweet, wonderful, friendly little pup that she is. So she's off having fun today, and you might see a cat wander through here. That's life. They do whatever they want. We all know how these podcasts work. We will start with finished objects, go into works in progress, and then if I've gotten any mail, I'll share that with you, and any future hopes and dreams that I have for projects, because what is a crafter without hopes and dreams? So I figured since we're only 20 days into the year, I would share finished objects from this year only, which means, oh yes, I have already finished a pair of socks. I've actually finished 2 pairs, but I already gifted one of them away. This is Dragon Hoard yarn in Solstice Sock Set colorway. It is 85-10-5, so superwash nylon and stellina. It's got a little bit of sparkle in there, which I don't think is going to show up on the camera. But look at all that texture. Oh my goodness. So the pattern that I used is the Fan of Everything by Lindsay of Sock Witchery. If y'all get a chance to knit up any of her patterns, jump at it. I have yet to find one of her patterns that I don't like. They're all wonderful, and they're easy to remember, easy to memorize, and just sit back, watch TV while you knit. Up next, I have a little baby hat. And I do not know what this yarn is. This yarn was donated to me, and what I have done is I found a local women's shelter who accepts knitted goods for both the women and their children. So I will be donating all of these after they get a good wash to them. The place also accepts baby socks. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. I do not have the original pattern to these socks anymore. I have modified, and pieced together different bits of sock knowledge that I have, and I don't remember the original pattern anymore. Sorry. But I do want to share with you the sock blocker. Oh my god. These are made by Birch Berry Company on Etsy. They're acrylic and they are thick. They even have the size written on them as to, this is a 0 to 3 month size right here. You can get all different colors of acrylic, and this is a game changer because my socks look so much better now. They're all nice and flat so I can gift them to people. And that is it for my finished objects. I do have my notes that I keep looking down at. So now we get to move on to whips. First up is my summer sock camp from Stolen Minutes. I'm sure several of y'all have this, know what this is. Very familiar with the Crazy Sock Lady. So this sock I am calling my Breakfast Riot sock. So I already have the heel in and am over halfway through the foot portion of it. So the yarn is by Southern Skeins, which is a name that you're going to hear on this channel a lot. I am subscribed to her monthly sock box. It's a mystery colorway every month that gets mailed directly to your house. It comes with a 100-gram mane, which for January was called Riot. And you'll get a 20-gram mini. This one was named Whisper. You'll also get a bag of tea and a stitch marker. This is a polymer clay by Bronze Shepherd Studio on Etsy. And then you get a few other little goodies in the box. If you want to see me opening it, I have that video on another playlist. But I'm calling this my Breakfast Riot sock because it is the second breakfast pattern by, you guessed it, Lindsay of Sock Witchery. It is so squishy. Southern Skeins makes the most amazing yarn. I don't know who her supplier is, but it is always so squishy and so soft. And when you pair it with Second Breakfast, oh my goodness, the squish. It's so squishy. It is a 75-25 superwash nylon blend. And as I'm sure you probably saw, I am using Hiya Flyers. The Crazy Sock Lady introduced these over this past summer sock camp, and I fell in love with them. It's all I use now. I cannot go back to double points. I did try her 2/16 inch method, and it was okay. I didn't like having that many needles hanging out, clanking together. I've also tried her magic loop method. I just don't like magic loop. And I've tried 9-inch, but I don't seem to have enough stitches to comfortably fill a 9-inch circle. It's always really tight. Still working on that. I'm sure y'all can hear my bag. Inside all of my bags, I keep a sock kit. This is a little metal tin with a screw-off lid that my Aunt Pam found on Amazon. And inside I keep a tapestry needle and some of these itty-bitty little tiny stitch markers, which are good for the fish lip kiss heel that I like to do. An extra stitch marker to mark where the heel goes in a sock. If it's a pattern like the second breakfast, it's easy to count the pattern repeats and put the heel in at the same place on both socks. Alright, next up, this is my Fates thread bag. I got this for Christmas from my parents. My mom, I've recently started knitting socks for her, and she is so knit-worthy. She loves them, she wears them, she takes good care of them, and she gets so excited every time I give her a new pair of socks. So for Christmas, I gave her the name of a few yarn dyers that I liked, and a bag company. My dad actually ended up going on the website and picking out this bag for me. I was so surprised and absolutely in love. I love Beetlejuice. It was my favorite movie as a kid. I still love the movie. I watch it multiple times every Halloween. I never saw this pattern on her website. I did not know that there was a Beetlejuice pattern, and of course my dad is going to be the one that finds it for me. She always has the cutest little zipper pulls. It's too shiny, not gonna focus. It is the Beetlejuice logo. And of course, her bags are always a box bottom and stand up on their own. Inside, I have the Scream sock. So this is by Ba Yarns, which is Brenda and Heather Ba Yarns. They did a series of artist works, and the first one that they did was Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. That's all they had to say, and I had signed up for it. I love the Starry Night, and Heather actually wrote a pattern that makes the swirly effect like in Starry Night. Made the socks, loved them, they're one of my favorite pairs, and when they came out with the Scream, I knew I wanted to do the same pattern. So I bought the yarn and already started on it. Say already started on it. This yarn came out months ago. I'm a little behind. But look at the swirl effects. It's gorgeous. This is the little stitch marker that they sent out with the yarn. This yarn is their Targheel base, which is a 90% superwash Targhee and 10% nylon. I've never heard of Targhee. It feels really different, and I'm curious to see how it's going to wear, because that is just different. But it is working up beautifully, and what they do for these sock sets is they will dye to match 2 50-gram skeins. So I will have identically matching socks. I am done with the leg on this one, and it's about time to put the heel in, which is why I've been avoiding this sock. I'll get there. Next up is another Fates thread bag. This one is the Chinese Takeout. I saw this print and I had to have it. So even though it is a drawstring bag, I still bought it anyways. Everybody has their own preference. I like zipper bags because, like I said, I have 2 cats, and I'm always worried that they're going to mush their face down into this and get it open and get to my yarn. Or even better, these strings look awfully tasty because Smudge likes to eat the yarn. I'm not talking about just play with it and stroll it around the house. He gets it in his back teeth, chomps down, eats, swallows, and then proceeds to throw it up somewhere in the house. I am well aware that cats eating string is really bad for their intestines and can cause a lot of trouble, which is why you'll never see just bins of yarn behind me. I always keep all of my yarn well put away, kitty cat proofed, because I don't want him to have any trouble. Now, inside here, I started this project back in September. That's terrible, but it's going to be a tank top. I promise. I'll get there eventually. This is Southern Skeins sock yarn in the Bahamas colorway. So again, it's a 75-25 superwash nylon, and the pattern for this is Pretty in Pleats by Andrea Yetman. And y'all, I am in stockinette heaven. I put on a good show for Netflix and I just go round and round. It is wonderful. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to do anything. Stockinette heaven. So eventually I am going to run out. This is all that I have left. When I run out, I'm going to have to decide what contrasting color I want the top portion of this tank top to be. I haven't decided yet. I don't have anything yet in stash that I want to use. I'm hoping that by the time I get to that point, I'll have another sock box come in and I'll be like, that's the color. That is the perfect color that needs to go with it. So that's a very long, ongoing project that y'all probably won't see too much of until I get a fair amount of work done on it. This cute little thing came in my Southern Skeins December box, and it is by Miss Fiber Fox on Etsy and Instagram. And she does not have a box bottom, but it is a very sturdy bag, and you can see how full it is. It's the perfect size for socks, but of course I didn't put socks in here. I lost my mind. And I've started, oh dear, I've started a blanket. Oh yeah, I started a blanket. Y'all, I have tried four times with this yarn to make a blanket. I bought a book with a really cute pattern, went horribly wrong. It's like, okay, I'll pick a simpler pattern. Wasn't simple enough. Then I was like, I'll try knitting. I will knit a blanket. I'm not a knitter when it comes to blankets. I can't. So, found a very simple crochet. This is the Lazy Waves blanket by Dedri Uys. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I'm sorry. I found it on Pinterest, and it's gorgeous. Look at that. So, I am using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes because I bought a blanket worth of it. This is Marina. Semolina. Orange. Avocado. So I will put a stitch marker on the blanket so that next time I show it to y'all, you can see how much of progress I've made, because I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to finish this blanket. I'm going to use this yarn. I've had this yarn for probably 4 years. I'm going to do it. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is both a whip and a future hope and dream. So, this is my magic knot ball. It is all the scraps of sock yarn that I've had left over that was not enough to do anything else with. I've already put it into my Cozy Memories blanket, which I will show y'all on a future episode. And this is just what's left over. So I am up to 130 grams so far. And I think when I reach around 200, I will start a scrappy blanket with it. And then I'll start a new knot ball. So I will keep y'all posted on how this guy is going. And that is all of my work. So I do knit a lot of socks. I love sock yarn and tiny needles. It's just what my hands enjoy, what my heart enjoys. I do some crocheting, and you'll see when I kick back up into market season in the spring that I am going to be crocheting a lot of loveys and baby rattles, things of that nature. Other than that, the only thing I really wanted to say is a huge thank you to all the podcasters out there that I've been watching. I've been watching y'all for about 2 years now, and thank you. Thank you for letting me into your homes and seeing what all you're knitting. It has been amazing. Again, I live in North Louisiana. There's not a whole lot of knitters here. I found a couple that I can connect with. But there are no knit groups here. There's no knit night. So it's been very nice to sit down with people like me in your homes and get to know y'all. The very first podcaster I ever watched was Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. From there, it went on to The Crazy Sock Lady, We Share Needles, a Lefty Knitter, and her crazy husband. Oh my god, Johnny Bow. Y'all need to go watch the two of them. They're hilarious. Pretty Twisted Yarns. She does amazing work, and in fact, I have yarn coming in from her soon, so there'll be some mail in here soon. Just big thank you to all of y'all, and hopefully I can return the favor by sitting down and letting somebody into my home and showing you what I've been working on. And y'all feel free to comment down below, chat with me, tell me what all you're working on. So if y'all liked seeing what all I'm working on and you're curious as to if I will ever finish the blanket that I've started 4 times, click like, click subscribe, and until episode 2, have a wonderful day.